And so that actually helped in my creativity throughout my high school years. So I wrote a lot in school, and literally my writings got submitted to the teacher. Like they would write, they would the assignment was write a story that's based off your interest. It could be fictional, whatever. Just write something, and let's see what you got. So I wrote a horror story, and of course it was about demonic possession. It was the first one I've ever written, and I don't know if you guys have heard my Exorcism of Elise Young yet or not. But anyway, it was about demonic spiritual warfare. Anyway, um, and I got sent to the counselor's office as a result
Oh shit.
of what I wrote. And my parents got called, and they said, "Do you understand that your son has a very well-versed prowess of the understanding of spiritual warfare, and is this really what you're versing your son at home?" My mom was very upset. She read what I wrote and everything. My dad wrote what I wrote, and it was a nightmare for me. But when I turned 18, 19 years old, and I moved out on my own, and I was able to branch out and practice my own religion more freely outside of living with my mom, and of course, I come from broken homes, and that's a story for another day. Um, but I think it also branches out from the fact that back in high school, it was a little more socially acceptable to write that way. And I got accepted to do a writer's workshop with Neil Schusterman. He's the writer of Unwind. It's a very famous book, and it's about to be made into a movie here soon.
I heard
Um,
about him.
yeah, yeah. If you've ever heard of it, I got to meet him in person. Come to find out, he was actually an apprentice for Stephen King, and I got to talk Stephen King with him and everything, and I wrote something at his workshop, and when I turned it in, he noticed my work and gave me a certificate saying that, hey, you know what? I still have the certificate to this day, and it is basically a horror. I don't. It's like a certificate saying like best horror story in workshop or whatever. I don't remember exactly what the certificate said. Um, and today, I write as kind of an outlet, as a release to kind of just make my own horror movie, because I'm so desensitized to horror movies that I want to push my own envelope, and I don't want to hold anything back. If I know Duchess, and you too, Spooks, I have no filter when it comes to my stories. I want it real. I want it raw. I want people to understand fear behind it, and if they don't understand it, if it's not scaring them or making them feel uncomfortable or make them doubt their judgment on clicking on that video or need a warning label, then I don't feel like I'm doing myself any justice as an artist.
Yeah, I need to take mine a little bit farther too. Now that you say that.
I wish I could be an apprentice to Stephen King, but at the same time, I kind of don't, because I've read some of his works like Carrie, Cujo, and of course The Shining, but I'm just I just don't feel like him and I would click as well together. I have my own way of doing things. His inspiration was Edgar Allan Poe, same as mine, but Poe was my inspiration, not King. And I feel like it all depends on him as a person, whether or not he wants someone who is well versed in his works to be able to have an easier time relating to someone, or if he would want to look at it from a new perspective with someone who is more versed in the works of another author. And I just don't think that I don't think that maybe I would be able to click as a apprentice of him or under his teachings. And even then, people already compare me a lot to his work and to Poe's, while still holding my own particular unique style in the way I develop a description and twist the way that you think, the way you perceive it. I don't always make it clear if it's true or if it's fake. Sometimes I do, but even then, I never break the character of each of the people speaking in the story. And what allows me to do this so well is the amount of detail that I put into drawing out the suspense within it. And I don't feel story is concluded well if you leave it at a cliffhanger. It's good to end it in a way that you could end one part of the story, yet know that there's a sequel or another part coming, and you would be able to read each part independently, and for the most part it'll make sense. And that's what draws most people in, is because, wait, it feels complete, but at the same time, it's still connected to many others that others would want to go after and view or read again.
I can definitely relate to that, drawing out the suspense and understanding that we all have our own concept of horror, and we all have our own concept of, I guess we have our own element of fear that we harbor internally from whatever it is that kind of derives from our childhood or our teenage or adult. But I know, Duchess, you were about to say something before Rainer started talking. What were you gonna say? I was on track with where you were going.
I don't remember.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's not your fault.
No, I don't know if I was or not. I could have just been telling my stepson to knock it off because he came in the room and was dancing around thinking that the camera was on.
Really?
Yeah, he thought he was going to be funny.
Great job.
Like, they can't see you, so go to bed.
Tell him I told him, just tell him I said great job, and then I clap my hands like this.
I'll call him tomorrow. I don't want to rile him up again. But, yeah.
Spooks has been quiet.
So,
Yeah.
what made you want to start narrating and, that just, like, what made you want to start narrating and diving into YouTube as a medium?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was one of the first things I did, but I was telling, I don't know if I feel like I'm repeating this for maybe the third time, maybe the fourth time, I don't know now, but winter time, I live in Michigan, you don't go outside a lot when it's cold, and we actually the warmest winter ever until about February, and you're not going outside unless you have to. So I started listening to Lazy Masquerade, Busta, and I binge listened to them and Your Maker, and then I stumbled on to Mr. Creepypasta after. But I just loved it. I couldn't get enough. And I don't know how it involved to me wanting to do it. I already had another channel that's completely different than this. It has nothing to do with this at all. It's just a goofy, stupid channel that I do stuff on. But I thought, I'm going to try this. I'm going to see how it goes. And immediately when I said I'm going to dedicate myself to this, I felt the pressure of having to write, narrate, and come up with the videos. I'm like, what if I screw up? What if I get writer's block and I can't make something? And I was trying to come up with all these. My mind was coming up with all these what ifs. So I'm just like, screw it. I'll just do it because I've always been, and it's probably like a form of ADHD. Having a conversation with someone, and then we are talking about tires on a car, and suddenly we are talking about Chinese philosophy, because that's how my brain operates. It goes off and branches into 15 different directions, and it's really hard, I think, probably, I'm imagining, for other people to have a conversation with me consistently and without them going insane. I know they get frustrated with me a lot. People that I've known for a long time. Yeah, it can be probably annoying from their standpoint, but yeah. But I was going to ask Spooks too, what made him start doing it, because I imagine I'm imagining why Spooks did it, because you're listening to the other ones, you're like, I can do that, I can do it even better maybe. Maybe not, but I'm just thinking that maybe that's why he started doing it.
I literally did my stuff on a dare.
You did?
I did it on a dare from my best friend. And the dare was to get it read out to get my first story read out by a narrator within 6 months.
Oh.
And I did it, and not only that, but I guess I forgot to also mention this. Not only did Mr. Creepypasta read my story as the winning one for his competition, he was the first narrator to ever narrate one of my stories.
Oh. How did he even come in did you message him? Did he come upon it? How did it
No, the competition ran in that he was able to look at stories from a hashtag that you
Oh,
included in. But he also messaged me and everything, and I've talked with him over Twitter before. He's pretty awesome, definitely. One of the nicer narrators out there. Creeps McFoss is off in his own world and kind of forgot about my stuff. Junior didn't want to give me the light of day, even though he told me that he would consider it.
oh. Where did he get his stuff from then?
Well, Junior is in it for his own interest. Part of the reason why he hasn't really grown very much as a narrator, because it does show a bit sometimes in his work. Creeps. Some people think that he's in it for his own interest. Mainly, the way I perceive it is just he's kind of off in his own world, not on purpose, but kind of like Spooks would know this for you would know this person, Saya Wolf, kind of like Saya Wolf in a way.
Yeah.
That's how Creeps McPasta is.
I think it would be really easy to be that way, seeing as if you're at home, you're making these things. You know, I don't know about you guys, but tend to spend a little more time inside than the average person, and I think it would be easy to be that way. But I think that it not only is it more beneficial to you overall to sort of not just collaborate, but build relationships with other writers and narrators. It's better for your mental well-being, and when it comes to, like, I don't know, have you ever taken a story and wrote it with someone else? I don't
Me?
know
Yeah.
anybody, because I don't know how that would come about. Like, I know that people can narrate and they can write, or they can do both, but I haven't come upon anybody that has co-written. I haven't seen it yet. I mean, maybe because I haven't read all of your stuff yet, but I haven't seen anybody co-write anything.
I actually have. I co-wrote a story alongside Deadly Horror 101's writer. He actually had a writer that he would work with for a long time who would give him original stories, because not everyone off of Reddit appreciates you narrating their stories. And he asked if I would be willing to work with him. I talked with the guy. I liked him, so I'm like, you know what, sure, we do it. We'll do it. And it came down to us just discussing what the story was going to be about, the different characters, the ideas, and the setting, and we decided who was going to write first and then who would finish after. He wrote the first half, I wrote the second.
Oh.
And with me writing the second, I got to show how it ended. Oh boy, that was something. That was something to do. Yeah, Deadly narrated it on his channel, and it's definitely interesting, without a doubt. I highly recommend you check it out.
Does anybody else, I don't know, is anyone else bothered, or is it just me? I mean, I love the idea of branching out and, you know, extending horizons, whatnot, but I don't know how much I like the idea of the whole trend creepypasta thing. Like, for instance, Pokemon Go is one of the big trends right now, and yet they're making creepypastas about it. And I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how I feel about that, so I kind of wanted everybody else's opinion on that one.
I wrote 2 stories on it, and here's my thing. If you give me a topic and I can come up with a story on it, then I'll write it. If I can't, then I don't. And so far, I mean, I've only had the channel for a couple months, but my first, I mean, 2 of them, I always, when I think that they're kind of going to be freaky or I'm not sure, I'll read them to my family, and when I read them to my family and they're like, then I know, okay, that's good, I'm going to put that up. So the first one I put up had to do with, like, the kids kind of had like a frequency that went off because they couldn't detach themselves from their phones because they wanted to go find Pokemon.
Yeah.
So bad. And, you know, it freaked out the kids, so I'm like, yes. But if I couldn't come up with anything worth a crap, then I wouldn't have done it. It wouldn't have been worth it. But that's kind of with anything. Sometimes a trend can help you branch out, or maybe even the trend can come up with a completely different topic. So you just have to go with whatever, you have to just go with the flow. not avoid something just because someone else is doing it, but you could have come up with something completely different. Like the story could have been about the people creating the app, or where did Pokemon even come from? Who made them? Do they maybe they live in an alternate universe? I mean, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it's like a lot of the bootleg lost episode creepypastas, which I'm sorry, those are one of my favorites. I'm actually planning on doing like a Rugrats bootleg creepypasta myself.
Ooh, I didn't even know that existed. I'm sheltered from some of the ways where you guys have seen stuff that I haven't seen yet because you've been exposed to this a little bit longer than I have, so you've probably delved into areas of the genre that I haven't yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure.
Sorry, I haven't been talking much.
Oh, are we gonna start soon?
Thought we already have.
We've already started. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Good, paying attention.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's just me.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I won't explain why, but I'll be right back.
Oh my goodness, I had not subbed to you, Duchess. I need to fix that.
What?
I had not subbed to you on YouTube.
How dare you? All right, Spooks, how did you start doing it? I was taking a guesstimate as to why you started, but you talk.
Your guess is correct.
Yeah.
There's not much to it. It's just I saw some other people who did it, and I figured, hey, I can do it. And I started getting a lot of positivity. I'm like, you know what? I can do this. I'm going to keep doing it. And I've been doing it for 7 months now. It's just crazy that people like myself for that long.
No, it's cool. Do you guys have a timeline or goals or anything like that? I figure I'm going to give myself a good year of dedicating a regular upload schedule and stories, and after I don't know, Halloween might kill me trying to do 31. Even if I don't write it all, I'm going to have to figure out the video for them all. And I was thinking about that yesterday, and I was kind of like, my brain started spinning like, those little kids' toys, if the wind blows and it goes really fast, like my brain started doing that, and I was like, okay, I can't think about this anymore. Like I was trying to think about the thumbnails and the video, because even if someone else narrates it or writes it, I'm still thinking about the videos, the thumbnails, making sure everything's right so people watch it and get exposed to it.
By the way, Duchess, excellent work on the whole Blood Angel thumbnail. That was just badass. Just saying.
Oh, you did like that? That's
I loved it. That's what?
PicMonkey. You just play around with the stuff there. You can make some pretty cool stuff there, but you have to. I take my time there, and I really see what I can make there. Sometimes the thumbnails suck, but I just get rid of those once and try a new one. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not.
Like, you did good. I mean, you had a really good, I guess, vision there. I like it. I had to kind of edit those wings in there and what that was. I guess they don't know what we're talking about, but I made them a thumbnail for a story I already recorded yesterday. I was on the ball. I don't know why. I started narrating something yesterday. I re-recorded it like 22 times because it was awful. I finally got it done. He sent me a story. I read it and recorded it, made the thumbnail, and I was like, why did that go so smoothly? And the thing I did earlier today was a nightmare. I have no idea, but I made the thumbnail for it, and I think that it was just coinciding perfectly. All the stars were aligned for your story there, George. Thank you so much. I couldn't have thought of a better person to do it.
Oh, thank you. Wish I had an English accent, so I think it would sound cooler. But
a lot classier. By the way, and I won't talk that much, but the lips and the smoke, I love what imagery that is, but what does it mean?
Nothing. It's just, I was trying to come up with my own brand that when you saw that, that's who you would immediately associate that with that. Just like Spooks and Rainer have this. Their little symbols there. You're going to think, when you see that picture, you're going to think Spooks. When you see that, is it a crow man in front of a gear?
It's a plague doctor.
Okay, that makes more sense. You're going to think Raynor. So that's one of the things that when you're going to do something, you want your own specific thing, so when someone sees it, they're going to immediately think you and
Hey,
associate all your stuff with you.
Spooks.
What's up?
Did you actually get to see like I don't think you're ever on Horror Amino anymore. But I wanted to see if you could go and give it a like whenever you get a chance. I know as spam as that is. I guess because I wanted to add on to it now, kind of lead into it. Like you were saying before, how everyone has their own goals of what they want to see for themselves coming soon. But like every time I make a goal for myself, I shatter it in a matter of days or a couple of weeks.
Lucky
This is not
you.
an exaggeration. I don't understand it, and I want it to stop.
Yeah, I'll give it a read
Your
and
goal to
I'll
stop?
give it a like.
No,
Whenever I
wanted-
can. I'm not on there very often.
Yeah. Thank you, Spooks. Like, my most recent goal right now is just so minor to me now, kind of, because, like, I have multiple stories with over 100 likes, but this one I want to reach 100 because this is actually, like, in my own kind of opinion, one of my favorites. And it's called Smile for Me.
I started reading that. I got distracted.
Yeah, I really built the suspense on it.
No, my brain. It's just, you'll understand in time.
I feel kind
I'll-
of bad because I haven't read like the first volume of your book.
Don't
Because
worry about it.
You sent it to me like a week and a half ago, and I still haven't
Everybody
read it.
has their own pace to read it. My best friend was editing it for me, so he had a work reason behind it. Moxmo, he was bored the whole time, so he decided to read it up to Victoria Land, and yeah, it's just like everybody has their own pace of reading it. I know I sent it to Dr. Creepin Van Passa, and he's still reading. It's not small. It's not small.
Definitely
it's,
not.
It's nearly 380 pages worth of
Yeah.
story, and I did my best to compress it down into each individual page. The reason I say compress is because I had it at a font of 12 before, and my editor told me, this is too small, dude. You need to fix it. All right, so I enlarged it, and it went from being only 270 pages to 380. So yeah, imagine all of that stuff tiny. That's what I was working with in the beginning. But yeah, there's literally almost 80,000 words in that collection. So this is the size of like an Aragon book. Not small at all. And I wrote these
Not at
all
all.
within the span of about 6 months.
Damn.
Yeah, I wanted to write something like this in about a year. Broke that in half. Like a 6-inch sub.
We were talking about publishers because I said that thing about publishing, and then yeah, what the heck? You got someone that was publishing, and I'm using, parenthesis fingers or quoting fingers with that. They weren't actually a publisher.
Yeah.
Or they were.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm actually friends with the CEO of a indie publisher, an indie horror publisher. And I'm also friends with a few indie horror authors as well.
I don't know what. No, there's something about somebody had emailed you something, and you were like, "Oh, okay."
Oh no, he told me to message him through email. He knows what I want to talk about. He told me we'll discuss it. We could discuss it over email. Just feel free to message me everything and be professional about it. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, it's hard for me to set realistic goals when I continue to break the realistic goals over and over again. I set them just because of like pattern. It's redundant in a way, but it's just my way of doing it. Dang it, Rebecca. George, Rebecca
what's
wants
up?
you to read out her comments.
Oh God. Okay, hold on. Where's the comments? I
How do
don't
you
see
see
that.
them?
How do you see him? Oh, I opened up your YouTube channel in a separate tab, and I'm watching you from my account over there, muted so it doesn't play back any audio, and I'm able to see the comments.
Okay, so do you want to read out the questions to me, or do you want me to go on YouTube?
Oh yeah,
Because-
yeah, sure. Go for the questions, guys. I'm sorry. We also wanted to do a Q&A segment, but we're just kind of going with it as it goes. Bit of a flowing type of stream. So,
And for the record, this is going a lot better than the clusterfuck that was the last one.
oh, you have no idea. You should have seen the one that we had to delete off Spook's channel.
Yeah, don't
That
remind me.
I'm talking about the one with Deadly. Like, nothing against him, but that was a clusterfuck.
Oh no, Deadly would have made it perfect. Deadly would have made it perfect. Yeah.
So many people talking all at once about nonsense that I couldn't follow anything. Like, I guess I came in with the assumption that we were all going to be talking about future projects, creepypasta, scary stories, horror, all like what we're all here for, narrating. I mean, all these commonality topics, but it was about 5, maybe 2% that.
Oh. Yeah, well, I thought it would help if anybody watched it besides, us. I thought it would help people get to know the people that are, writing and narrating and putting the time and effort into this. And I think that's one of you guys said, maybe that was George, said that. And, I want to know more about the people, but I don't think that I've come upon that yet when I've stumbled onto a live stream. I thought, okay, let's try this out because I don't think I can do every Saturday at midnight. I'm tired, but but I like the idea of having something of brainstorming, getting to know people that take the time to watch and subscribe and listen and share and like our stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
barely
really
starting
appreciate
a
when people
segment
do
on
that.
YouTube.
Yeah.
My subs are more from other people's channels like Unit 522, Dr. Creep and Van Pasta and others who are like, hey, you wrote this. I'm gonna sub to you. Like I'm gonna support you. It's a support sub. But it doesn't mean anything if I don't make any videos. I made one recently where I decided to start a new segment. The only reason I haven't posted a new video up is because the editor I have is also my best friend who is a gaming YouTuber, and I need to get some more gaming footage from him because I don't have a proper capture card. He put some Overwatch gameplay up for me, and I told one of my crazy childhood stories for it, and it's the most liked video I've had on my channel so far. That includes live streams, and I think I have to continue on and at least make a few more videos with that series. A lot of people love it, and I honestly like talking about it.
Absolutely. And quick question, just to kind of know that I haven't dismissed your earlier thing. What exactly did Rebecca? What was the questions like? I kind of got on that. Now I'm like, oh shit, I feel bad. Like I don't want to dismiss.
Oh,
I don't want to be rude.
She's asking if you could check your direct messages, your DMs.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Oh, I can finally see the comments. Okay.
But yeah, anybody in the audience who's watching, drop in your questions.
Keep it clean.
Hopefully,
You don't have to keep mine clean. Not one bit.
I can hand it the dead. That I can.
Does it say on the account how many people are online with this one?
Yeah, we got 8 people watching.
Oh.
But don't worry about the numbers. Let's just focus on the stream itself and what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, which I remember we were working, or at least talking about it, about a project, about a story that me, you, Rainer, and Dudley were talking about, kind of like a full-on collab of narrators.
Yes.
Where is that exactly right now in this point in time?
It's with Deadly because Deadly is being weird about it, Basically, he wanted me to start off the whole thing. And right now, with everything going on and me heading back to school, it's not the best idea. But, of course, it's deadly.
Yeah.
What else would you expect? Anywho, the actual project itself is a full-on 3 storyline, massive, dark story series where we're focusing on 3 different timelines from 3 different people in 3 different countries, all that get caught up in the events of World War II. We focus in on, of course, the first character being an American boy who ended up losing his father in World War I, and during the draft he was forced to have to man up and to fight for basically a vengeance for his father, because he was killed by a German soldier. So he felt fighting against Nazi Germany would be a way of bringing retribution to his father, only to realize that the war is much bigger than he could have ever imagined, and that he is facing more than just a simple soldier or a modern enemy. And in one of the other timelines we have is of a woman who, as a young child, she was brought to an orphanage by her mother, who was a prostitute at the time, who felt in danger of being chased down by the legendary Jack the Ripper. Unfortunately, her fate was ended very shortly after her baby was dropped off, and she was never able to find the Ripper. But in her quest to find the Ripper, she gained a sense of curiosity and became somewhat of a private investigator, and continued on with that from there with her what is it? I guess research and reports in as an investigator during the war. And then we go to Germany, where we see a young couple trying to be able to live normally in Nazi Germany, only to have to face the reality that the woman is German, but the man is Jewish. And both of them are in hiding because of his defiance against a German soldier when he was forced to head to the ghetto neighborhoods alongside other Jewish families. And so all of these 3 timelines end up meeting together out of sheer coincidence during the war, through different efforts to be able to fight back against their own enemies, and are able to find commonalities between each other to try to help each other survive.
Mm-hmm.
This must be the subject that Dudley said, I need you on something, and then he never, I asked him about it like a week later, and then nothing, so that must be what he was working on, that he like just cut me out of before I even knew what it was about. That's fine. Fine, I'll survive.
Yeah, so that's what we were going to work on with the project there.
Okay, so as far as writing, narrating, etc., where do you want to be in a year from now? Like, where do you see your channel, writing, etc.? Where do you, what ideally, like top of the charts, just thinking outside of the box and dreaming here.
Top
what
of the
would
charts?
You like to see happen? Yeah, what was it like the...
Like,
not
is it
even
what I would
realistic.
like to see, or what I will see?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, the confidence is like exuding off the screen. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So what do you think? Obviously,
Ideally,
you're gonna
it's just crazy to look at myself ideally, because of my particular, as a writer and an influence on YouTube, I'm an anomaly in many senses of the word. And where I see myself here soon, with at least writing on that end, I definitely do see myself published within a year, most likely very soon, won't even be a year. I guess one of the biggest like things to look at would be like the amount of books that are sold and how many people like the book. So far, many people love the stories that I write constantly, and have been waiting for this collection ever since I've spread word of it. And we're not talking hundreds; we are talking thousands of people. I had to do a bit of math in the estimates, but just estimating right now from the amount of people who know my name and people who are interested and would love to buy this book itself, we're looking at around at least 10,000 for those on a reserve number, and for those on what we're expecting the number to be, 100,000 copies
Now, how
being
do you think
sold.
that people came to know you? Was it through Horror Amino, or just a combination of that and Mr. Creepypasta? How do you think like you got to that where
Oh, it
you
was
were
definitely a
exposed to that?
combination of both. It was
Okay.
absolutely a combination of both. There's no shadow of a doubt in my mind that Spike has had an influence on my hobby and possibly soon here on my career. He definitely has, and he gave me
Yeah.
the leg up I needed to actually start making a name for myself. Because many writers give up too quickly because they never have the chance to be able to break through, so that someone can recognize their name and they can continue to build upon that foundation. They don't ever get to start there. I got to start on such a strange and large foundation that I still don't quite believe it personally. I've watched MCP as the first creepypasta narrator I ever watched on YouTube, and he was the first one to ever narrate one of my stories. So that kind of platform that it's placed me on is rather unique in its own way. And looking at it now and looking at the people I know, the people that I talk with regularly, the people who want to see me published and want to help not only find some success through me, but help me find my own success is remarkable. But right now, if I were to say if I were aiming for the stars, YouTube is not as much of an importance to me. I would rather see other people around me, like Spooks, and you gain more subscribers from my stories. Like, that's what I see in the stars. But what I see in the stars is this book breaking out and becoming a breakthrough collection, earning Bram Stoker awards and selling nearly in the millions.
Yeah. That's a good
That's
goal.
my star goal.
What about
Yeah.
you, George?
It's
What would
not
you?
confidence. It's just weird to say it
That's
without sounding
good.
confident.
You're young. You have, the world is your oyster right now.
I'm freaking
Um,
19. What the heck?
Right. So someone like me, who's starting out, I did everything backwards in my entire life. Like I had a kid, then I got married, then I got my degree, and now I'm doing this. It's not like that. I could be my own collection of creepypastas, and that's not even. I'm not even joking, but um, I'm not sure what. I know that YouTube isn't going to be where I find my big ticket sort of end all be all, but I feel like it's an important catalyst. I feel like it's going to help me and others too. But I'm also interested to see other people succeed. I'm not a person that is it's all about me, and I really don't want to be around people like that either, but I want to see other people succeed, and I want to see George's stories get out there. I'd like to see yours get out there. I'm gonna have to read more of it. I mean, George is like I'll wake up and there's a story from George because he just sent me one that he probably wrote yesterday. You wrote that, and as soon as you sent it to me, I'm like do 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 do. I'm like it's just the timing was perfect. But Spooks and George, where do you want to be like maybe in a year? What ideally would you like to see happen for you?
Do you want to go first, Spooks?
No, you can go first.
Okay. One moment. Within the next year, I would want to say, because right now I'm also currently a lot like Rainer. I'm working on a book. Only the difference between mine and his is mine is actually a self-help book. Minus my love for horror and everything. I've also, on a more personal level to me, close to my heart, I've lost a lot of friends from self-harm, suicide, stuff like that. So I'm actually writing a book about self-harm and overcoming that in a very positive way and fashion. With, of course, real stories from my life and testimonies from the people I've helped who are still with us today.
Are you still working on that?
Currently, yes, I am.
Could I add my story to it?
Yeah, in fact, just email it to me. In fact, by the end of the stream, I'll go ahead and give out my email to you. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was definitely one of my darker moments, and if you feel that it would be helpful, I will gladly add my story to it.
Absolutely, and that goes for Spooks. That goes for you, Duchess. To kind of elaborate on where I see myself in a year as far as a writer, minus the book, is that I kind of want to be. I've always made this kind of illusion to myself, is that I want to be the creepypasta or the MCP of writing necessarily, because I don't know, I idolize creepypastas. I really do, because I feel like they've kind of taken on a life of their own. They're not a horror movie. Like I work a security job, and what I do, pretty much 8 hours of the whole night of however long I'm there, I just put a earphone in and I'll just listen to creepypastas all night, and that's all I do. That's it. And it passes the time, I swear, before I get there and I put in my earphones, and before you know it, I'm off. And that's happened for a long time now. I probably listen to everything from every narrator there is now. But as a writer, I feel like I want to be, of course, marketing stories eventually, or books, if not. I definitely want to be the next Stephen King of my own design, really. I feel like everybody, kind of what Rainer touched on earlier, has their own, way of marketing. You don't want, or their way of writing. You don't want to be like Stephen King, or you don't want to be like Neil Shusterman. You want to be your own kind of beautiful creature. And I see that's how I want to go. I want my image or a picture of me to show up one day in 1 year from now, and it'll say Sir Creepypasta, and then the title of my creepypasta, like, starting from such works as, Fall With Me With Us, read by Lady Spook, or Exorcism of Lise Young by Kirby Battenberg, or Blood Angel, read by Duchess Dark. I want those to be a precursor to something much, much bigger. So I feel like that's where I want to be in a year.
You've also got some really suggestive looks on your face.
Oh, I gotta go back to the other screen so I can see that.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
Like, I look at your face and it almost looks like you're, like, trying... Like, I know you're just explaining and talking, but it looks almost like you're trying to smooth talk someone.
That's why the camera's muted.
It's funny you mentioned that, because that's kind of how I've always been. Like, I always kind of, my wife always kind of tells me the same thing, the way I pose my voice when I try to conjure up an explanation for something. But yeah, I guess I've always just been a talker. I like talking. I like explaining things. I'm very. I like to just really elaborate on things to the point where people can understand and people can relate on a personal level.
Okay. On another note, we were talking about doing a Q&A. We actually do have some questions. And even though some of them are directed only at me, I want to kind of extend them over to you as well.
Okay.
So Creepy Ninja asks, starting off with the weird question, do you think aliens exist? If so, do you think that they love probing people almost as if it's a sexual fetish to them? I think honestly, if aliens were probing people, it wouldn't be because of any particular fetish, rather than it would be more to examine the inner biological workings of someone. But, I could be wrong if that actually existed. I'm not going to deny it. Let's see here.
I think that maybe if people are going around probing people, it's just people pretending to be aliens.
Oh my gosh, like a reverse furry.
It's like a white van and a whole cast.
It's like a reverse furry. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
I'm terrified.
That's fucking terrifying.
Like,
And
it's
aliens
time
are
to
just
probe
taking
you now.
Aliens are getting a bad rap from some weird.
They answered it. Ninja says.
So next up here, this was said by Jack, but I want to like it was sent to me, but I want to extend Jack's question. What is your favorite creepypasta or feels pasta, just any pasta in general, and why? I normally don't take much bias to my own stories, particularly, simply because I feel like I don't exactly qualify as a creepypasta author or writer anymore, just because of the style of writing that I have taken upon myself. It's a lot more professional, and it goes far more in depth, and I just don't feel like it falls under the same kind of title itself.
Well,
But
maybe
as
just
far
your
as
favorite story in
creepypastas,
general.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
even if
my
that's
favorite
your own.
pasta, not from me, but my favorite creepypasta is Baraska.
Oh God, yes.
Yes, I
Oh,
love it. I love it.
that was.
For those who don't know, I'm not going to spoil it for you. Just know it's kind of like a lifelong story. It's very long. It's one of the largest creepypastas out there. But
Oh,
I
2.5 hours,
highly
3 hours
recommend it
long.
for anyone who wants a long read.
How about what your favorite one is outside of yourself and your own personal favorite that you've done yourself? I'd like to know that.
Like out of the ones I've done,
Sure. Yeah, because I have my own that I like that someone else has done, and then I have my own personal favorite that I did. And when I wrote it, I was like, damn.
like I just don't understand the question. Like my favorite narration rendition of something I wrote, or my favorite out of what I wrote, or like beyond Baraska, like what other stories somebody else wrote. Like I don't get it. I don't get the question.
You don't get the question?
I
What's your
re-
own personal favorite? Like you already said, Baraska. You didn't write that, right?
no.
Okay, so what's your own personal favorite of your own stories that you've written so far?
Holy crap, that changes depending on which one's newest. Uh, uh, but I guess it's gonna kind of come down to like I'll make it a little easier on myself in a way, and kind of give you three, because in a way they're pretty much tied on the context of what they were written in, and the reasons why they were written. So
Hmm.
first off, the one that of course I got to put up is the voices. I loved the concept when I wrote it. I still do now. I love it so much that I'm going to be making it into a novel rendition as soon as the first volume of my collection, Dark Pages from Darker Ages, is published. That will be my next project I want to publish. I've already started work on it, and hopefully I will have it out in the coming months. The second story I would say would be Volvox. I'm not going to go too much in depth on it, but any of you who have heard of stories like The Lies I Tell Myself, The Soil Beneath My Feet, things like that, you kind of know what's coming in Volvox. Just go read The Lies I Tell Myself if you want to have a bit more knowledge of what's coming. But there's still quite a few surprises in it that I can't reveal yet because it is the book exclusive.
Oh.
Finally, we have a new one that I actually finished up yesterday, and I mentioned it earlier in the stream. It's called Smile for Me. It's about a young woman during the Prohibition era of America who went to a carnival with her older cousin. At the time, she was 12. Um, and she needed to be her mother felt like she needed to be accompanied to the carnival. They had fun playing at some of the tents and different stands. They eventually came across a tent that said, "See the amazing trickster, the world famous trickster." They decided to go in, and the brother signed his name down on the roster. Remember that, because that's a very important element to this story. They both went in and got to watch his whole performance. It was unlike anything they've ever seen, and it broke most of the regular laws of physics in one way or another. By the time it ended, the performance was done and he had wrapped it up. However, he had performed a spell that caused everything to vanish, everyone except for the young woman, the girl, the little girl. And she ended up following him back up to his house, which had been revealed instead of the tent, because the home that he lived in, Ashford Manor, existed beyond a plane that not even the living could truly exist in. She ended up following him to his manor because there was nowhere else to go other than forward. He heard her and knocked her out. She woke up chained up against a wall inside of the manor, the main center hall of the manor, several feet above the ground. And to her horror, she saw many people strewn out, almost like streamers across the roof, with masks being made out of their faces at each end. And he kept track of them almost as if it was a actual um, costume rack. And every time he put on a face and would speak with it, he took on a bit of the character of the person that he had murdered. For example, the first person that he decided to wear the mask of was Gerald. Not only did Gerald give him the name of the young girl, who her name was Alice, he knew many things about her that no one else would be able to. And as he switched from mask to mask, he began to further reveal what he was and why she was here. And it came to the point where he was beginning to deteriorate because of a mask he changed to, that he decided to make her his queen. Yes, and queen in more than just holy matrimony. He wasn't able to, because she finally was able to break through to him and told him that she was too young to be his queen. He finally released her and revealed his true face as he sent her out of Ashford Manor. And the only reason that she wrote about the story at all was because after many years of the trickster calling back for her to come and return to him, her granddaughter had snuck out with her boyfriend to go to a carnival, even though they were never allowed to go because of what Alice had went through. But in her final moments, she wrote down the story out of fear of having finally lost her granddaughter, and left a final warning for anyone who wants to ever approach the trickster of Ashford Manor. It's only fun as long as he's smiling. Why'd it go quiet?
I think we're just like all like kind of just listening to you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, gosh dang it. See, Spooks, this is my problem now. You see?
Mm-hmm.
This is why I wish I had your voice instead.
All right,
Yeah.
Spooks. What's your favorite? I'm curious because you listen to them. I know that's why you started doing it, because you listened to it. So what was your favorite one? What was the one maybe that you inspired you to start wanting to do it? Because that's probably your favorite one. And what one have you done that you just finished it and you were like, damn, that was good?
Well, I know I was inspired by other narrators, but I just want to say I wasn't inspired by a certain story to start narrating. I
Okay.
was inspired by Corpse Husband just as a narrator in general. But my favorite creepypasta would have to be either No End the House, which is very underrated and should get more attention than it already does,
I like it.
and or fuck, Russian Sleep Experiment.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
Either one of those two. I love No End the House because it brings a aspect of kind of a what the fuck kind of thing of
Yeah,
horror,
those are my favorite.
and it really messes with your mind.
Yeah.
And I really love the Russian Sleep Experiment because it's written as if it actually happened, like it could have happened in World War II, because that's when it takes place.
Right.
And about the question is, like, what was the narration that I thought I did the best job on? It's kind of hard to answer that one. I'll tell you the one that stressed me out the most. It was the one I did for Rainer because
Yeah.
yeah, because maybe maybe like less than a week, he said, "Hey, I'm gonna hit 1,000 followers on Horror Mino. I need to get this. You need to get this done ASAP."
I tried to message other people before, but no one listened. I'm so sorry about that, by the way.
No, it's all right, but I got it done. That's the important thing, and it got good feedback.
Yeah, I did. Holy crap! My
Hell,
experience on Horror Mino has been insane.
hell, one of his fans even commented on my video saying, "Hey, Rainer sent me," and that put a smile on my face.
It's so weird. I've actually gotten like entire like mods on horror. I mean, I'm not gonna mention by name, but like they've messaged me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I fangirled whenever you followed me. I love your stories." And I'm just like, "Thank you, yay!" I don't see myself as it, but thank you. I could end up being my own horror icon in my own right. I could become the next icon, the fourth horror icon, and still be like, I don't see myself as it. I could be an old man and be like, I don't know what you're talking about, kiddo. I don't know what you mean. Oh, George, don't fall
What's
asleep.
up? Oh, I'm not falling asleep. What's up?
We wanted to ask you next. What's your favorite creepypasta stories?
Yeah. What about what? Yeah.
I'd have to say I have two particularly. One's a ritual pasta, and one is kind of what, like I said, one of the bootleg lost episode ones. Red Mist, which is Squidward Suicide, was my favorite. I don't know why. It was just very well done. I love the concept and the idea behind a very. It's like I even listened to one last night that I haven't heard, and well, obviously till last night, from Creepy Van Pasta was kind of a bootleg King of the Hill. That was really awesome. I never heard it till last night. It was just amazing. And so Red Mist and the whole King of the Hill one, I really love those. But the Ritual Pasta, I think, was my favorite. Was read by Creeps Mick Pasta. It was 11 Miles. And I related so much to that one because I've always had dreams about just going and just driving out in the middle of nowhere and having all these strange experiences. So I feel like that was, if that would never existed, I feel like I would probably write something like that eventually. It would just kind of come to me. I think, but a lot of you guys are also answering what is your favorite of your own work. I'd have to say either Sabrina, which is what Duchess narrated, or Mirror Mirror. That one I'm really, really, really proud of.
I liked it.
Which one?
The mirror.
Oh, Mirror Mirror. Yes, yes. I was very proud of that one. I mean, I was actually really inspired by the movie Mirrors when I wrote that one, and I felt like that. I mean, mirrors scare people in general, you know, and they scare me, and I'm not easily scared, except for elevators. I fucking hate elevators. It's a little fun fact for you guys. But I wrote it because I was thinking, you know, I used to believe in the whole, like, when I was a little kid, the whole folklore of Bloody Mary and stuff like that, and I don't know, I felt like if I was to ever do that myself, then I would be scarred for mirrors for life, so I just decided to do some weird things with mirrors in my day, so, yeah, Mirror Mirror was definitely one that was inspired by a lot of good parallels to my life.
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Yes, exactly. If only it was a Shrek fairy tale.
I would love it.
I
wish
really
I
liked your.
don't wear those pants. No. We should have technology that's like.
Sonny, why'd you send an emoji with a yarmulke on your head? You should be in the call, dang it.
George, I really liked your 2:45 a.m. creepypasta.
Thank you. You did such an excellent job on that one, man. That was really awesome. I honestly, I went in with that one with everything, but I don't know. It's hard to explain. I had this most serious case of writer's block I've ever had when writing that one,
Mhm.
and I just literally pulled that one out of my ass, and I'm like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just gonna write
Literally.
and go
You
over
did a
it,
good job.
and you did excellent. I was very
Thank you.
surprised with where that went.
Yeah, I wanted to narrate that one. Well, for one, I liked it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't have narrated it. And you asked me nicely, so I'm like, yeah, he asked me nicely, and I really like it, so yeah, I'm gonna narrate it. And I just want to say I'm sorry whenever you first DM'd me that if I came off as like I can't be bothered, because I feel like after I first started messaging you, I kind of came off as like I can't really be bothered, leave me alone kind of attitude. So I'm
I,
sorry if you felt that way at all.
I got that vibe at first, but I also kind of understand that, narrators already have. I kind of figure, I mean, you guys are very popular narrators in general, and I figure that you guys are getting so many submissions and stories to narrate.
I'm
And
really not. Honestly, I'm not getting a lot of submissions, and I just fucking hate myself that I'm just now acting like that. I just hate myself for doing that so early. You
no,
know?
it's okay. Like I said, I never really put too much into it. I just kind of like I'll reach out. Same way I met Rainer, same way I met you, same way I met Duchess. I just reach out and I'll let the cards fall where they may.
Yeah, I was surprised. I don't think I had been doing it very long. George was like, "Hey, you want to read some of my stories?" I was like, "Really?" Because I was wondering how that even came about. I had no idea how that would come about.
Yeah, I was real surprised that someone just came out of the blue and asked me. I'm like, I'll give him a chance. I really liked it. It was really effective too, because I read it, I went upstairs, and I realized I forgot something downstairs. And yeah, I was telling him about this after I read it.
I love it.
The, there's a dark room which is in front of me right now, and I looked into it because when I left in the room was in that room. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to bed. It just made me afraid to go to bed or to go downstairs at night.
Nice.
I'm very proud of that when you told me that I was able to write something enough to scare you and deter you from going into the other room.
Yeah,
I was very proud of that. I was
yeah,
very
you did
proud of
a real good job at making me freaking myself out.
myself. So
Oh
I
my
definitely.
gosh. I just got another question, and it's directed at me because right now it's you'll understand why. I think only I can answer this one unless George can answer it too. That'd be
Okay,
awesome.
let's do it.
The question is, when is your book coming out? It all depends, more or less, my friend, when the publisher decides that the printers will be able to have them all ready by. But I think if we can move here soon within the next week on getting a finalized contract done and getting the manuscript out to the printers, we might have it by the end of the year, more or less between like October and December. But as soon as I have the official dates, I'll be releasing it out to everybody, doing it through, of course, my Twitter networks and networking through people like MCP and many other YouTube narrators and YouTube personalities. It's definitely going to be something that people are going to turn their heads and listen out and have their ears out for.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that's my answer. I'm not sure if George or Duchess have a bit of an idea of when their books that they're working on may be coming out.
My book, it's still in the early stages of its time right now, and because there's so much going into it, I won't spoil too much, but the disclaimer behind my book is what it's going to incorporate is a lot of philosophy. It's not one of your run-of-the-mill like inspirational quotes and Tumblr bullshit. It is actual, real, raw reasoning behind why one should not self-harm, why one should not contemplate suicide, and the reasons why people have done it in the past. And I kind of get into the psychology of the person themselves, and I relate to them, and I make it very clear in my book that that I'm not a psychologist, I am not a professional. I am somebody who just knows what the fuck he's talking about because I've lost too many people. I've seen too much blood, too much death, and too much pain in my life that from what all I have studied and spent my life just giving myself to a cause, that's what it would be. So that book is a result of that. So I'd say it'd be out, realistically, I want it to be out by, probably New Year's, either end of December, kind of first week of the new year. So that's probably when I want to see it out.
Mm-hmm.
I got a little passionate about that. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Bless you. I
Thank
mean,
you.
God bless you. I don't have that kind of power yet.
But Duchess, so you're writing a book as well. Like,
No.
obviously, without spoiling. Wait, you're not?
No, I'm not. But
You sure about that?
not
Bye,
yet.
Jack.
I have all kinds of stuff I've started all over the place. I've got like so many stories piling up. I was thinking of doing some stuff, but I don't know. I'm still so new to this, and I have no idea how to branch out to that. So I'm just taking it one day at a time. And so far, I'm having a lot of fun, and I feel like this is something I'm supposed to be doing right now. Who knows where it's going to lead? You guys could become famous authors, and I could become someone that did this at some point in my life and don't anymore in 10 years. I don't know. What I would like to happen is to see how my writing can evolve into something else and see where it goes. Because I've not given myself in the past enough time to allow it to evolve into anything else. And the more that I let myself write on a topic that just pops into my head where I previously hadn't, I'm always surprised where it ends up. So I'll be curious to see where this takes me, and yeah, I would like to, but I'm not sure what that book would be about yet. So I don't want to get ahead of myself and say that I'm doing this and I'm not. So.
And sincerely, Duchess, I really do like your channel. Like the whole kind of Carnivals of Psychos idea, or what I don't know. It kind of reminds me of a sideshow. And I obviously, if you know anything about me, I love sideshow, freak shows, whatnot. You bring the right element to that, and I was like, I dig this. And for somebody that's new, I don't know. This is such a really classic and original idea. I really like it a lot. So you're doing great for somebody who you might say you don't know too much, or you're very new or whatever. But I'd say you're doing pretty great.
It didn't turn out the way I wanted to when I did the puppets, and I'm not even lying when I say, when did I do that? 2 weeks ago or a week ago? I literally woke up and made 5 puppets for that. When I want to do something, I just full force it.
Because I feel like you could do something really great with that idea. Like you're on to something bigger, and I feel like it'll come at some point.
When I picture it in my head, I picture inside of a circus tent and up close, awkward, panning in angles that make it uncomfortable for the viewer, but that's exactly where I want it to be. But yeah, I'm not even there yet, but it comes to me when it comes to me. So I had a lot of fun with the audio for that. The visual didn't turn out correct, so what I was going for, but the audio was really fun and funny to record because my stepson heard me redoing one of them a couple times, and he's like, "Who is she talking to in there?"
That's cool. That's cool. It's all right. I believe that if you're a writer or narrator, I don't care. Even if you're just a film director for horror movies or whatever, you got to be a certain kind of crazy, and you got to be in a weird spot in your life and in your head or whatever. At least I am. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but I feel like you got to be a certain kind of weird to want to do this kind of stuff.
Holy shit balls! Tony finally joined. Yay!
Oh, shit, he's out. He's out and about.
Tony be out and about, man. Tony be out and about.
It's in and out there. It's
I was being I just checked my Twitter. Someone followed me. At first, I thought it said Coastal Cow. I'm like, okay. Then I realized it said Coastal Crow. I'm like, oh, so I almost called them a cow. not a good thing.
I was just wondering, do you guys know, because when I started this, I thought I only heard of, and there's probably 10 more than I know of because I've only been even listening to this for less than a year, of female narrators who also write their own stories and also do all of their own video. Like, I haven't come upon that yet, but that doesn't mean it's not out there. I just haven't found it yet. And I'm working with very minimal quality camera, and I'm working with what am I working with? The Windows Movie thing, and I just play around with it until I get it the way I want it. So I thought I was bringing something slightly original to, I don't know if it's the genre or just in general.
On an unrelated note, was Rebecca blocked? Any chance?
I don't know what's going on with that because she says she has like questions and all this, and I'm like, well, DM me or get on. I mean, I'm not seeing any of her questions. I don't know if you guys are, if you are, because I know she had a few questions for me particularly, and I'm not able to answer them, and I feel like I feel rude because I don't want to dismiss any questions. That's why I asked you guys if you guys were able to, fill me in if you guys can see them.
I couldn't. I really couldn't. But if we're kind of moving on from the questions there, unless we want to ask Tony all the same things.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So, do you want to answer some of the questions, Tony, or do you want to try to move on to something else?
Sure, I guess the questions.
All right. So, where did you start with narrating? What kind of convinced you to start narrating?
Well, I wasn't really planning to be a narrator. When I started my channel, I was wanting to get my friends to do it while I edit. That's all I wanted to do was edit. And I was trying to get other people to narrate, but I didn't know you guys at the time, and my friends were too busy, so I was just like, man, I want to put out videos, so I'll use my ugly voice to, put it out there.
You did just fine.
Thank you.
And what about writing?
Sorry, I'm trying to step out of the noisy areas.
Alrighty, so what about your writing?
Me writing?
What inspired you with writing?
Well, I'm not really a writer. It's just, well, I guess what inspires me, I guess, would be, there's some stories that I wish could be this way or that way, or I wish somebody would write a story like this, but the only way it could happen is if I write it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And on that note, what is your favorite creepypasta?
I don't know. I have a good bit. I guess one that really blew my mind when I read it was normal porn for normal people.
Oh, that was an interesting one.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah. That's good. You said you wanted to talk more about the project coming, but I actually had something quickly in mind here. If you look on the side here, the group chat over here, that link there is a link to a online version of the card game Cards Against Humanity. If you don't know what that game is, it is literally everything hilarious and offensive in the world, and you play to be the funniest.
Oh yeah, I actually played that with y'all on my on my live stream, but I think I went out to smoke and it timed me out.
Alright. So, do you want to try the game?
I actually can't right now because I'm on my phone.
Ah, okay. Well, George, Sir Creepypasta, and Duchess Stark, do you feel like you want to try
I'm logging in right now.
it?
I myself am actually will not actually be able to participate on this one today, just because I have a few more things to take care of tonight, a couple other responsibilities that I promised that I'd take care of tonight. But I mean, you know, in the event that you guys kind of branch off to do that, you know, because I'll probably have to go within the next few minutes or so.
Oh,
With that in mind, I definitely look forward to doing more, of course, you know, more in-depth personal chats like this one. But is there anything left, I guess, you guys want to talk about or mention or anything for me?
I guess just mention where we're going. You get to talk first on the project then.
Talk first about
About
which,
at least your part in the project.
see, you know, the thing is about the project that we were. I mean, I'm only aware of two projects. The one that Deadly had mentioned, which even in that project, I don't really know my full role yet because I have nothing to go off of. No manuscript, no nothing to really give me a synopsis of what I'm looking for. Um, and so I don't know too much about that project yet. However, I do have things in the works for Duchess's project for the 31 Days of Halloween. I'm really looking forward to that one. So I have some things in the works with that one particularly. But as far as the you know, as the original project that Deadly had mentioned, I don't know too much about that one yet. I want to get more in depth and get more on the ball rolling with that one.
Yeah, that's good. And we wish you a good night over there, Sir Creepypasta.
And you guys as well. And thank you guys so much. I mean, Rainer, you're excellent. I really dig your stuff. And Spooks, before I know I haven't done a live stream with you before, but dude, thank you so much on 245. That was just that was phenomenal. I showed all my friends that. I showed my wife that. I showed so many people that, and they all dug it a lot. And in fact, when I showed it to my own family, my parents, my mom particularly, she was actually scared that I was messing with a lot of like black magic type stuff, and she actually thought that like, hey, do you need to talk to somebody or something because I'm worried about you. So I'm very happy with where that went, and Tony, like, I know I wasn't able to talk to you too long, but you know, I hope that we get to stream again and we get to talk a little more one-on-one. And Duchess, thank you so much for hosting me. You're awesome, and I'm looking forward to continue to work with you and to see where your projects go in the future. And thank you so much for Sabrina and for Blood Angel. You were just simply amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Well,
Yeah,
of
I hope I
course.
do it justice. It's fun. I love the thumbnails. That's one of the things I could sit and do those. I could do those for everybody. They're so fun. I don't know why. They're
Oh
just
yeah,
entertaining.
thumbnails. I love making thumbnails.
Yeah, I do too. I wish some of them I could frame, and then people would come and be like, "What is that in your house?" Nothing.
Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna read one of your stories, George, but
All right.
just bear with me. I'm trying to finish up like a lot of YouTube stuff and like with you know my regular life going on.
Mhm.
You know, it's super busy, so you know there's some other things that I'm catching up on, but you know I promise I will get to one of your stories.
Awesome, man. And like I said, I'm every time I kind of write something new, I'm so eager to put it out there. So I'll always post it on Twitter first, saying, "Hey guys, check your emails," because chances are, Tony, you're going to have one. Spooks, you'll have one. Duchess, you'll have one. And I'm sure a lot of other people will get annoyed because I'll send them to them as well. And I'm just so happy.
I love it because I keep stocking. I keep stockpiling for Halloween because I've had this one story that I keep starting, and I'm like, no, and then something else comes up, so I write that, and then that story gets put to the side, and then so the more times that I get sent something, the better, because it just makes the 31 days of Halloween that much easier.
Easier, absolutely, absolutely. So I'll definitely help you with that, and to continue to send you pastas, and to kind of keep on the back burner for that.
I'm gonna be needing to talk to you guys when it comes to that, because I want to set it up so that by the time it comes, it should be effortless to allow it to flow easy. Mm-hmm. So hopefully the stress comes before, and then I just think that it would be a great opportunity for a lot of you guys to get exposure simultaneously and entertain a lot of people at the same time.
I agree, and that's what I'm really happy about to see.
Cool. Yes.
But Duchess, Rainer, Spooks, Tony, I wish you guys a good night, and if you guys need anything from me, you know exactly where to find me.
All right, well, thank you, George.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
See you guys later.
Bye. And with that, I think it's time to move on to the next segment here, and let me just get up the pop-up window and how to do this. Kind of, yeah. Okay.
I think I'm gonna go too because my phone's dying. And,
oh no.
And since I can't really play the game, but before I leave, I have to tell y'all about an experience I had today.
Ooh, please.
Go for it.
I was at work, and I saw this fat ant. I poked it with a stick, and
yeah.
You poked it with a stick?
I think
Yeah,
his Wi-Fi is cutting out.
Yeah, I think I got it back. Like,
You poked it with a stick.
yeah.
Like this is like you're talking. It's almost like I feel like you're talking to that your younger cousin. Is like, okay,
like
so you poked it with a stick, and there's nothing against Tony. It's just like I feel like I'm talking to my younger cousin, and I'm like, so you poked it, and you poked the ant.
And then what happened? Took the stick out of his hand and was like, what are you doing? So you had like an epic stick battle with him.
Fun fact about me, I poke a lot of things with sticks.
Okay.
Oh, my fucking chair.
I'm a very bored individual.
Was that the end of the story?
Did the ant beat the shit out of you with the stick?
Was there more to the ant story, or was that it?
Yeah, like I just saw it on the ground, like it was a fat ant, and I was like, I gotta poke you, so I took a stick, I poked it, and it looked like it.
This was at work, so was that like just something that involves your work, or?
No, it I don't know. I was just walking outside and I saw a fat ant, so I poked it.
Poked it, and it was like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
Stappy, get some help.
Give me that.
Yeah, guys, let's go.
We'll see you later, Tony.
All right, guys. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's start the game. Start the game. Oh my gosh! It says
I've
the
never
game
played this
already
game before,
started.
Oh
so
shit.
this could be
Okay, here we go.
disastrous.
Okay, my screen's good.
Okay.
So cards are okay. That's folks.
Hang
Basically,
on, hang
whatever
on.
the cards are, you get to pick a card, and while you're playing, you get to pick one of the cards to fill in the blank for the black card. So what you do is you click on the card, and then underneath the black card up here, there's a little button here that says Confirm Selection, and that'll only show up if you have a card that you clicked on.
Just so you know, it's not locked on your screen, Rainer.
Gosh dang it! Give me just a moment to do this. I think it's locked now.
Let me check.
Mm.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good to go.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a great card.
You always. Here's how you know when this is gonna get ugly. Whenever Rainer starts laughing like a fucking lunatic.
I don't even know how to play.
No! Oh no! Oh no, I need to get rid of the idle timer. You got kicked out because it was idling too long. It's your first time. Let me fix that. Okay. Just join back in and we'll restart it. It's no problem. We just barely started the game.
Okay.
Are you going to be able to?
You talking to me?
Yes?
Okay. That looks. I'm right there. You have reconnected as a Duchess. Oh, puppet.
Go for
it. Okay, now your screen is not locked for some reason.
It's not locked now?
Nope.
Alright, here we go. Alright, and the cards are, whenever the cards are picking the card, you're supposed to read the black card. So here we go.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Neo, no one can be told what blank is. You have to see it for yourself.
And whoever gets like the best card over here is the winner?
Yeah.
Wow. That's it? And we can all see all the options?
We can't see everyone else's options.
Oh, you can't? What do we do with our option? Just click on it and leave it alone?
Oh, click on it and then underneath the black card, click Confirm Selection.
Okay, got you. Alright.
It's kind of like poker where you're putting in your best card and whoever has the best play wins. Unfortunately, Neo, no one can be told what full frontal nudity is. You have to see it for yourself. Unfortunately, Neo, no one can be told what a giant mechanical bird with a tragic backstory is. You'll have to see it for yourself. Virgin Neo wins.
It's still not locked on your screen.
Gosh dang it!
I don't know why it doesn't do that.
Oh, this is just like apples to apples, only kind of dirtier.
Yeah, it's a dirty version of apples to apples.
Alright, yeah, this is fun. This is easy.
Yeah.
I always win at apples to apples, but...
I love it. Yeah. Adventure, romance, blank. On Paramount Pictures, blank. Okay. Alright.
Oh my god, what? I heard.
He apparently had something funny to choose.
Oh my gosh. Come on. Please pick the card. Oh wait, you gotta pick two for this one, Duchess.
Oh, I did, but it didn't. Okay, I got it. There we go.
Okay. Adventure, romance, the thong song from Paramount Pictures, Crystal Meth. Romance, adventure, romance, grandma from Paramount Pictures, Vietnam.
You went on one picnic out with grandma, and your entire world got turned upside down.
It's a Vietnam flashback.
Or are we supposed to sell it?
It kind of helps. If you're in the same call, it kind of helps.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. As soon as I saw the Vietnam flashbacks, I'm like, this is Rainer.
Oh, when the hysterical laughter started.
Because Vietnam flashbacks is more of Rainer's thing.
Blank that'll cost you. Mm.
Who's the card czar?
Oh, is it me? No.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh yeah, I'm the card czar. Okay. Well, I can tell Rainer picked his. Don't play poker ever. Just don't.
Got it. I understand. I can keep a good poker face. It's the noises that get me.
Yeah.
Need him to. Remy Danton can pull some strings and get you getting into a situation with an owl bear, but it'll cost you. Get you
Okay.
aliens, but it'll cost you.
You're just like, hey man, give me the goods. Give me the goods. I'll call in
Both
the
these
mail.
are pretty fucking weird.
What's an owl bear?
I have no fucking idea what that is.
I don't know.
Into a situation with an owl bear. What's the
Why
situation?
would you want to be in a situation with a bear?
It's an owl bear. So is it an owl that looks like a bear? Or a
It's
bear with
or
an owl?
maybe
I don't know.
Does it have a beak? A bear with a beak on his face?
that'd be weird. Yeah,
Alright, where's
no. I think you're
one?
safer with the gay aliens.
Tony in the chat. I'm gonna laugh out loud at this hilarious situation I can't even hear.
There you go.
Yay.
I'll the winner chicken dinner.
Yay. I'm on the board.
Nice. Blank. Awesome in theory. Kind of a mess in practice.
Ooh.
My love life.
Ooh.
Is that an option up there? There's a blank card.
Oh, you can write it in. Blank cards have the magic ability for you to be able to write in an answer.
Yeah. It could literally be anything.
Oh my gosh. One's so real and one is so funny. They're both funny, actually. Alright, here we go. Harry Potter erotica. Awesome in theory. Kind of a mess in practice. Miracle of childbirth. Awesome in theory. Kind of a mess in practice. There's no way. No way that was gonna win that.
Because that's not it's an awful mess. Oof. Alright.
After the earthquake, Sean Penn brought blank to the people.
Let's just, like, as soon as you see my card, you'll know it's cleanup. My card is cleanup.
Your car is clean up.
What the fuck? After the earthquake, Sean Penn brought flying robots that kill people to the people of Haiti. Sean Penn brought being a dinosaur to the people of Haiti.
It's easy to be a dinosaur.
Yeah. Hmm.
Gosh dang it.
I liked it for its peculiar choosing. I don't know. I remember someone answered that one with Sean Penn brought Sean Penn to the people of Haiti.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah, that was
Oh, yeah,
me.
That was pretty funny. That's why I was laughing. It's so fucking hard.
What left this on my couch? Ha! Nice.
Oh, hey, Spooks.
Yeah.
Looks like my story already reached 100 likes.
Oh, damn.
Tongue. A land party? Ew.
There's
Just
no
one
context behind the tongue either. It's just a tongue. I don't know what a lamp party is, though.
A LAN party is It's a thing wherever a group of people get together and play games in the same room mostly.
Well, it's a group of computers connected together, and
Yeah.
I didn't think games, but yeah, I knew what that meant.
Yeah, that's what people think of a LAN party.
My
It could be
brain.
like Mountain Dew, some other things
Yeah,
I won't
Mountain
name.
Dew, sure. Yeah. Study published in Nature this week found that blank is good for you in small doses. Can everyone else see this? That's like,
Yeah. A study published in Nature this week on the tripping balls is good for you in small doses. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna even read the other card. This wins.
very good.
That's perfect.
Congratulations.
Yay.
Mhm.
You think you have defeated me? Well, let's see how you handle blank.
I imagine Austin Powers saying this. Oh, wait, no. I
Your
imagine
screen's
Fat
still
Bastard.
unlocked, but whatever. We're gonna have to deal with that.
I imagine Fat Bastard saying this.
Oh, I know what you picked now.
You think you have defeated me? Well, let's see if you can handle poor people. Jesus Christ. You think you've defeated me? Well, let's see how you handle a mating display. Jesus Christ, I can't even take myself seriously when I say whenever I talk like that. God, both of these are really good. I'm gonna have to go with this one.
Yeah.
It doesn't even tell me, well, us, what?
CTV
You were-
presents blank. The story of blank.
Okay.
Captivating.
This is the one time this card might actually work. Holy crap. I'm so happy I can burn this card.
Oh my god. CTV presents The Art of Seduction, the story of a tiny horse. Oh god. CTV presents Oncoming Traffic, the story of the all-new Nissan Pathfinder 0% financing.
Worst infomercial ever.
Nice.
Oh.
Alright, let me get into the weird, grumpy boss voice. Listen, Gary, I like you, but if you want that corner office, you're gonna have to show me blank.
Damn it.
Oh, poor Tony had to sweep up Kitty Dunn. Tony, why is Duchess your third world hero? Why?
Why would I be?
What? What?
It makes
Tony,
no
what the
sense.
fuck?
Third world hero. I don't wear shoes.
Alright, Spooks, you gotta
Yeah.
pick a card.
Yeah, I know.
Listen, Gary, I like you, but if you want that corner office, you're gonna have to show me getting hilariously gangbanged by the Blue Man Group.
Oh my god.
I think I know who wins this round.
Yeah. Oh man.
Alright, that's definitely going on to the compilation.
I'll barf. I'll barf in the live stream. Although,
I was
is anyone
coughing.
listening? Tune in now, blowing chunks.
Rainer, that's
Ew,
definitely
blowing,
going on the. That's
blowing
definitely going on the.
chunks.
Rainer, that's definitely going on the compilation when I finish editing, or when I
That's,
start editing.
that is awesome.
Your reaction was amazing.
It was a voice combined with that.
You're not alone. Millions of Americans struggle with blank every day. God, I'm losing my voice already.
Try to say it as seriously as you can. I'm holding a pillow so I don't burst into laughter again.
I'm surprised I haven't woken my parents yet.
How do we write on this thing when you're trying to write on it? Oh, never mind. These selections are blowing. I was trying to write on the card, but.
You're now millions of Americans struggle with the Abercrombie and Fitch lifestyle every day.
Yeah, nobody can fit those damn clothes.
You're not alone. Millions of Americans struggle with the Google every day.
That's the winner.
Good one, Rainer.
That's why I said read it as seriously as possible.
I just picked the best ones. I'm not picking favorites. Well,
Oh,
Oh,
Duchess, can you put on a redneck accent?
I can't.
Like, woo, goddamn,
You just did it for me, so.
are you? Did you really just ask her if you could do a southern accent? You did one on one of my live streams just perfectly.
No, I'm asking if she could.
Oh.
Yeah, I can, and I did, but you stole the spotlight, so. Damn. Damn. A falcon, a box on its head, or flying snakes. That's the winner.
Yeah.
Flying sex snakes, by far.
God, I wish I had more funny cards. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Oh, is it good for something? I had the perfect card for this. What is it good for? Making a friend? Or quiche? Well, technically making a friend works. Nice job, Spooks. You're doing a pretty good run this one.
You usually kick my ass in this game.
It's hilarious. I love these. I just love seeing like other people win, cause like my cards sometimes are just shit.
In Rome, they're whispering is that the Vatican has a secret room devoted to blank.
I like how you said Vatican.
Yeah, I realized it was Vatican, but fuck it.
Please pick the first one. It's not even mine, and I want it to win.
In Rome, they're whispering is that the Vatican has a secret room devoted to a pizza guy who fucked up. Hot cheese.
They're related.
It was funny. It was funny, so I picked it.
Yes.
Funny.
I didn't do it just because you asked me to.
Didn't you? Because you enjoyed blank? We thought you'd like blank.
Damn it. Oh. No.
Can hear my dog. Someone's outside
Yeah.
leaving someone's house, so my dogs hear everything.
God damn it.
You gotta pick some cards, Spooks.
I know. I'm working on it.
Are you now?
Mine doesn't make any sense. I just said fuck it.
Because you enjoyed smashing all the pottery in a pottery barn in search of rupees, we thought you'd like turning the rivers red with the bold of infidels in your blood. The bold of infidels.
I didn't write that. I didn't write that.
Ego. The ego of infidels. Because you enjoyed the sarlacc, we thought you'd like Fancy Feast.
The bowl of infidels.
I told you it didn't make sense.
I knew that was gonna win.
That's funny.
Wes Anderson's new film tells the story of a precocious child coming to terms with blank.
Oh, I'm laughing at my own selection now, and it's not even funny.
Wes Anderson's new film tells the story of a precocious child coming to terms with shorties and blunts. Grand Theft Auto Fort Lauderdale.
Well played, Duchess. Well
Oh,
played.
that's funny. Oh my god.
You have been waylaid by blanket and must defend yourself. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh my
shorty
god.
Chief.
Oh my fucking god. You have been waylaid by 72 virgins and must defend yourself. You have been waylaid by a balanced breakfast and must protect yourself. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ, Rainer. I thought that was Duchess.
That was Duchess earlier.
It is me, I can't stop. Study
This
show.
This one's perfect.
I'm saying I thought the 72 versions card was yours
Study
because I heard
show.
Duchess laughing.
That lab rats navigate phases 50% faster after being exposed to blink.
You okay, Duchess? Goddamn.
I have clearly a bedtime mark that I've passed a long time ago.
Come on, spooks. Play the
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Oh, study show that lab rats navigate me. That's why I can't read it out loud.
What? Was that even English? That was
I have to
complete
be with
gibberish.
the proud people.
Oh my gosh.
That thing that electrocutes your ass.
So
Oh,
we have racist rats,
I want
or we have rats who are literally running from a thing that could turn them into Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my gosh.
That's perfect.
I picked one. It's not letting me do anything though.
Jesus Christ.
There we go. All right.
This is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for blank. This is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for vehicular manslaughter. This is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for my vagina.
Not even saying a word.
He keeps falling over.
Oh crap.
Tonight we will have. Wait, what? Tonight we will have sex, and afterwards, if you like a little bit of blank. I had a
Mine's so
perfect
messed
card
up.
for this.
Mine is so messed up.
I had kind of a
My-
fucked up.
Mine is
sorry.
2.
If you like, tonight we will have sex, and afterwards, if you like, a little bit of an honest cop with nothing left to lose. If you like, a little bit of grandpa's ashes.
Are you kidding me?
I think you clicked on the wrong one.
Are you kidding me, Spooks?
I have an idea even better than Kickstarter, and it's called Blank Starter.
Random card time.
Oh my god. I have an idea better than Kickstarter, and it's called Throwing a Virgin into a Volcano Starter. The substitute teachers.
Nice.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Cassie? This is the 3rd time you've been sent to the principal's office for blank. Well, what do you have to say for yourself, Cassie? This is the 3rd time you've been sent to the principal's office for Scientology. Being a dirty slut. Goddamn, folks.
That was a blank card.
I knew it was because there wasn't a period at the end.
God damn it. Why don't you want to find your Kung Pao chicken?
Oh, I know the perfect one.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What don't you want to find in your compound chicken? Home video of Oprah sobbing into a linguist scene when you fart and a little bit comes out. Seems like every time you put a card in where you have to put in like 2 cards or just even one, that always gets picked. It gets me every time.
In the beginning there was blank, and then the Lord said, "Let there be blank."
Mine's not gonna make sense.
I don't think they're supposed to make sense.
There's plenty of combinations that make sense.
I tried.
Oh. Shit.
I don't even see anything up there.
Fuck. Shit. I could take a card back. God damn. Fuck it. Fuck it.
Nah, in the beginning there was emotions. And the Lord said, "Let there be an Oedipus complex, scrotum tickling an older man."
Those should have been flipped.
You still won.
And by the way, Duchess, that second card that Rainer put is Oedipus. Not Oedipus.
It's okay, I made the same exact mistake.
Didn't I say Oedipus?
Yeah.
No,
You said Oedipus or something like that.
Oedipus.
Oedipus? Oh, I
Do
thought
you
it
want
was
to do another
Oedipus.
game?
Yeah. I'm in for another one. If Duchess is in for another.
Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of blank, and I will not tolerate blank. I'm looking forward to this round. Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of an ether-soaked rag, and I will not tolerate a stray pube. Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of allowing nacho cheese to curdle in your beard while you creep in League of Legends, and I will not tolerate when you fart and a little bit comes out.
Ding dang. Excellent.
Do not fuck with me. I am literally blank right now. Oh shit. Do not fuck with me. I am literally the legend. Great job, Rainer. Great fucking job. I couldn't even finish reading.
That was perfect.
Yeah, it was.
Rumor has it that Vladimir Putin's favorite delicacy is blank stuffed with blank. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Come on, Spooks.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Right. The Vladimir Putin's favorite delicacy is the shambling courts of Larry King, blah blah blah. Stuff with white privilege. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, an older man. Stuff with an older. Oh Jesus. Yeah, what is?
Fuck.
The white privilege, man. Don't worry, kid. It gets better. I've been living with blank for 20 years.
I thought this said chat with gang members. Like, who's on here with my gang?
Don't worry, kid. It gets better. I've been dealing with shapes and colors for 20 years. So, you didn't grow up as a kid? I've been living with reconciling quantum theory of general relativity for 20 years. It doesn't follow either way, like, eeny, meeny, miny, you. Like, there was literally, they were both, like, just fell flat.
Yeah.
Well,
What will I bring back in time to convince people that I am a powerful wizard? Fuck, I had a perfect card for that.
I'm a motherfucking sorcerer.
Actually, I had 2 cards that would have been good. What will I bring back in time to convince people that I am a powerful wizard? Scalping. Upgrading homeless people to mobile hotspots.
Think about it. Everybody was poor back then. A lot of them were homeless. You give them the internet, you would be thought of as a wizard.
Yeah, true.
What's my secret power? God. Filling every butterscotch pudding.
Every orifice.
Let's see good power. God.
I want to see you buying it first. Yeah.
Gosh dang it, this card again. This is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for blank.
Mine sucks.
This is your captain speaking. Fasten your seatbelts and prepare for waterboarding. And prepare for the imagination of Peter Jackson.
It sounds funny when you read it. Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm finally on the board. Everybody join hands and close your eyes. Did you sense that? That's the presence of blank in this room. Oh my god. That's the presence of such a big boy in this room. That's the presence of those times when you get sand in your vagina in this room.
Gosh, it could go either way with this one.
It really could.
You don't need to sense it. You can feel it. Bad. Tonight we will have sex, and afterwards it will be like a little bit of, like, oh, if you'd like a little bit of blank.
Oh, here. This is perfect.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, you'll know my
No.
card when you see it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why am I?
Mine was pretty fucking stupid.
Mine was too. Why am I sticky? Please bring your best
Oh
one.
my god.
Why am I sticky? Exchanging pleasantries. Lumberjack fantasies. Yep. I don't know if I'd mind being dicked around by
White people
lumberjack.
be like. God damn it. I could already hear her wheezing. Why people be like figuring out how to have sex with a dolphin?
Oh, the social The socialist governments of Scandinavia have declared that access to blank is a basic human right.
Mine's really dark.
I want someone to put pickles or something like that.
I wish there was a pickles card, but I haven't seen one.
An ice pick lobotomy is a basic human right, as is ejaculating inside another man's wife. Oh.
The other one is technically rape.
I could have gone something with something way worse. I'm not gonna say what it was.
Was it historically black colleges? I can't believe I guessed that one. During his childhood, Salvador Dali produced hundreds of paintings of blank. He produced hundreds of paintings of nipple blades, hundreds of paintings of Mr. Clean, right behind you.
Oh my god.
The Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of blank. The Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of the boner hatch in the Iron Man suit.
Oh no.
Holy crap.
A successful job interview begins with a firm handshake and ends with blank. I don't imagine what you're gonna put. Oh god. Oh Jesus.
Christ. Rainer, you alright, man?
Yes. It's perfect.
Firm
Oh
handshake
my.
ends with slow motion. A nice firm handshake begins with fucking. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
I swept that game.
I'm getting ourselves a blank card. Nice job.
I had to end that perfectly.
oh
And
my
you did.
god. Good job.
That's my laugh. So, do you want to play another game, or is that good? I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's good now. I think
Yeah.
we've literally, not literally, but figuratively hit on every subject matter in a
All except
complete
for the main
roundabout way.
project. All that's
Getting to
left
know-
is the October project.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's gonna what now?
No, I was saying I'm sorry for interrupting. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Duchess.
I'm listening. What's going on?
Oh, we couldn't hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm not having that thing anymore.
oh. I guess maybe we should explain a bit about what's going on. Should I start?
Clearly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. The project that Duchess Stark started out with and has expanded out to several individuals, both narrators and writers alike, is a special project meant for this fall in October, where each day of the month there will be a new video uploaded with a new story, original to this project. We are very fortunate and very happy to be on board on this project.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great. I don't know if anyone else has attempted this, or I'm sure someone's attempted it, but I've never attempted it, so I'm really looking forward to pulling it off. Trying not to be overwhelmed with it, and it's late, so my brain was like thinking about all the details, so I don't want to do that to myself. I think it's going to be fun, interesting, and a little bit of a challenge, but it's fine. I think it's going to be fun.
That's good.
Yeah. The enthusiasm.
I just don't know where to go now.
Oh, I don't think there's much. I think it's just, had more people been on the live stream, then they would know what's coming up and what to expect. But we don't even have the stories written or lined up yet. And then once we do, to see what order everyone wants them to go in and who wants to do what on which day, because it's going to be all set up beforehand, and then it will just have a published date. Ideally, that's how it will be.
Yeah.
Written, narrated, video edited, etc., and set up so that by the time October comes, it should be an easily flowing project. That's why I wanted to know who wanted to be on board with it by the end of this month, to get the stories that they want to narrate, people that want to write stories, what stories they want to write, and write them, because it's not like they're going to be that long of stories. Some of them might, though. See where they went. And, the working titles, the list of working titles can change. If someone writes a story and the story doesn't fit the title, feel free to change a title for, it's fine. Those are just ideas that came to mind. Have you worked on something like this before?
Personally, me, no.
No?
I've seen people like NCP narrate 31 stories for October. The thing is, he's never written them. It's always been someone else who wrote them.
Right.
So this project in itself is a much larger undertaking.
Right.
That's why I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it quite like this, and why this project is unique in that sense.
Yeah, I hope unique ends up being in a good way.
I hope so too.
Now, do you want the narrators to narrate the stories like 2 to 3 weeks, or even a month in advance? So that way you'll have like, I don't know, like 10 like days worth of uploads for, to start off with October, and we could just keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, I'd like to when we start, it would be 2 weeks in before October even got here at a minimum.
Yeah.
And then it would be so much easier to do it that way.
Yeah, or even
Even
September.
sooner, ideally, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe not before uh, like September, maybe like before late September, like the last week or so. But yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. I've already got some video in mind for how I want each one to be played out. But again, that depends. Like if Rainer's got a story that he starts with that had a certain title, but he changes the title, the sooner I know that. I kind of like the thumbnail, the story, and the title to coincide. So
I don't think I'll be changing the names of any of the titles. In fact,
Gotcha.
I've already found two that would be perfect to start writing with.
Yeah. I know that George wanted to do the vampire one and the Seance and Sacrifice.
Hmm.
I think there was a third one that he had. I have it written down what ones you guys had picked out, but there's a whole bunch more. But I have a pile of stories that I haven't even narrated at all. So that'll be helpful. I'm getting so tired.
I know I want to do Trail of Teeth and possibly Soul Surfing.
Yeah.
Soul Surfing, that's going to actually be a really interesting concept I want to work with. But I'm not sure how to approach it just yet. Trail of Teeth, I'm going to make that into a lore creepypasta, and it is going to be freaky.
Yeah, I picture that as being very scary in my mind when I can't quite, but luring, that's exactly what I had in mind. So that's crazy. That's really cool when you come up with an idea and you just launch it at someone and they have the whole, like, I don't know, you get right on the energy of it, what I had in my mind but didn't articulate at all. That's really crazy.
Hmm.
Yeah. I pictured that one being really scary. Not on purpose, it just popped into my head. And then as soon as they get written and we get narrators that want to do it set up, and then spooks. I know Dudley wants to narrate some, and I have to go back and look at the list and see who wanted to. Dr. Creepin, you said, is on board to do some?
Mhm.
Yeah. Are you falling asleep, Rainer?
Kind of.
Yeah, I am too, so maybe we can wrap this up, and I'm going to start writing like a mad fiend, not right now because my brain is like mashed potatoes, so the stories would be just like that. But I'm going to be pumping out the stories. That sounded so wrong, but I'm going to be pumping out the stories and storing them and seeing who wants to narrate what
Hmm.
and going from there. But I'll be checking in with people and seeing, obviously you're going to tell me if you have something written.
Absolutely.
Right. But I have like backup side ones that are just like waiting to have the dust knocked off of them just in case something that I come up with doesn't pan out very well. Sometimes I have an idea and it just turns out so bad. I mean, sometimes I put on my channel anyways. I think I have done that. Once I get done with it, I'm like just so disappointed in how it turned out, but you never know who's going to like something that you put out that you didn't even like yourself. So, who knows?
Yeah, I didn't think anybody would like my first video, so I'm pretty surprised. Yeah, I know what you mean now. I know
Yeah.
what you're trying to say.
I think on that note, we're going to wrap this up. And I want to thank anybody that tuned in and watched us. and followed this mad crazy train that ended up being at the end here. And I'm really looking forward to putting out this content in October. I'm excited about it. I know I don't sound like I'm excited about it right now. I think I'm too tired, but it's there. I'm overly excited about it, so I'm going to say good night and thank you to anybody that came and listened to us ramble on and listened to us talk about how much we really like what we're doing here. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to say good night, and I don't know. I was going to say you're mine now, but that's I
Take
can't even
care.
do it. Yeah. I'm going to say good night, and thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.